This is WPTV, William Patterson Television.
Welcome back to the desk. WP Basketball is in the midst of the NJAC race, and here to break down what's going down on the hardwood is Matt Goldman, Matt Jinks, Kyle Moppert, and Daniel Karp. Andre Wells has been an all-time Pioneer goalie. Take us through his season averages.
Andre Wells is having a great year so far, averaging near 15 points per game, 6 rebounds, about 5 assists, and shooting 53% from the field.
Yeah, Jinx, I'll go over to you. What influences Wells' playing style?
I would say his stamina throughout games. What do I mean by that? He's averaging 32 1/3 minutes per game, and he started 21 out of 22 games. He is one of the most utilized players on the team and has continued to play basketball at a high level despite how much he plays.
Kyle?
I went with his aggressiveness and leadership. You know, he's the fourth most blocks on the team, along with 30 steals. And he also has the most assists on the team. So, you know, and he always just drives to the paint, and he's one of the smallest guys on the team. So just got to bring that leadership and the aggressiveness.
Yeah, Goldie?
I mean, speaking of being small, he plays with heart bigger than height. He averages near 6 rebounds a game. He pushes the floor at every given opportunity, and he impacts the team. The team's a bunch of smaller players, so he impacts them to play bigger than they are, and he's a phenomenal leader.
Yeah, Karp finishes off with this question.
The ability to drive into the paint for Andre Wells, second on the team in rebounds, offensive and defensive. He's just a freak of an athlete. You know, driving to the paint super well. Almost had the game-winning fast break about a week or two ago. And, you know, it was almost an amazing moment against Rowan where they almost beat them for the second NJAC win of the year. But, you know, he's just a freak of an athlete and just a great asset to this Pioneer team the last 2 years.
Yeah, driving into the lane is key.
And he's only 6 foot.
Yeah, yep, he is. The men's team has just 2 more games left on the schedule this season, and their season hasn't gone the way that they've expected it to. Karp, tell me a player that can take the reins next year.
I'm going to go with the freshman Gianni Moran. Gianni Moran, 4.4 points a game, 1.2 rebounds. Not terrible for a freshman campaign. And he has a track record in high school, 1,160 points, 381 assists, which led his high school record. And, you know, he showed some spurts, 5 or 7 at the three-point line against TCNJ, which really helped the Pioneers kind of creep back into that game a couple of weeks ago. And I think this guy really has the tools to help the Pioneers in the future.
Yeah, Jinx, tell me a player.
I'm also going to go with the freshman. Give me Delani Hyde. He started in about half the games, and he's fifth on the team in points behind 4 seniors. So I feel like next season he can really take a big step and become a leader.
Mop, who's your player?
I'm sticking with the guard, Josiah Carey. You know, he has the 3rd most assists on the team, so he is the backup guard behind Neftali Valentine and Andre Wells. And after the season, he'll be the longest tenure guard on the team. So I really think he can take the reins as the leader for this team.
Goalie finishes off here.
I'm going to go with a bit of an obscure pick. I'm going to pick Chris Gilmore. You know, he's been an X-factor as of late. He's getting more playing time as the season goes through. He had 9 rebounds and 4 points against NJCU. He's progressively getting better and better. And, you know, Chapman needs someone to utilize next year. Why not be Gilmore?
Yeah. Switching it over to the women's side, Patty Walsh had a legacy game, scoring 26 points at the Rec Center against NJCU. Daniel, take us through her career game.
I've been waiting for Patty Walsh to pop off like this. 26 points for her. She had a bunch of rebounds, 8 rebounds for her, 2 blocks, and a field goal percentage of 73%. This has been the game that the Pioneers have been waiting for Patty Walsh to have.
Yeah, what a game she had, 26 points. Hats off to her. Goalie, what makes her such a special player?
I mean, her basketball IQ is phenomenal. The team plays for her, and that's what you want to see. She always finds the alley to box out for getting rebounds, find ways to get shot contests without fouling, shooting 38% from the field, 62% from the charity strike. What more can you ask for? She's always executing the smart play, and that's what you want to see out of your leaders.
Yeah, she understands the vision on the court. She has the awareness. Daniel, I'll move over to you.
It's going to be the passion that Patty Walsh brings. You know, I see Patty a lot at the Rec Center, and she's always full of energy for her team on the bench, on the court. She's always bringing her A game. When she's on the bench, she's always yelling for her team, always standing up when somebody scores a point, and it's just a recipe for success, a true team leader, in my opinion. And, you know, she has another year left here for the Pioneers, and I'm just really excited to see what she's got left.
Yeah, she plays with a lot of heart, and that's
Where's the heart on
great
the
player, yeah. Jinx.
Obviously, her offense has been amazing this season, but her defense cannot be looked over. Last year, she led the Pioneers in blocks and rebounds, and she's matching it this year. 153 rebounds, 30 blocks, and 12 steals. If teams can't find a way to get past her, they're going to have a hard time winning.
Yeah, absolutely. Kyle, finish us off here. What makes her such a special player?
I went with something that's unteachable. Her charisma. You know, everyone likes a charismatic player on their team, and every time you see Patty Walsh on campus, she always has a smile on her face. You know, it always brings your mood up. So, and it was good to see after her career game that her smile was back on the court and she was enjoying it with her teammates.
Yeah, the women's team just goes down to Camden this weekend to play Rutgers. Kyle, take us through what happened in the last matchup.
Yeah, we're going to go back to January 18th, last Saturday at the Rec Center. Pioneers won 70-60. They did get out-rebounded, though, 49-38. The field goal percentage, they led in that margin, 39.4%, while Rutgers-Camden shot 30.2%. And they led in the three-point margin, 37.5% from three, and Rutgers-Camden 25%. Along as well, Renee Wells had 19 points.
Yeah, Kyle, I'll stick with you here. What do they need to do to get that season sweep?
Yeah, you know, go back to their soul and heart, their lockdown defense. You know, they only allow 57 points per game to the other team, and they cause 22.5 turnovers per game. So it's not that hard to keep defense aligned, and, you know, with Vitoria Palladino, their lockdown defender, it goes along with other ways.
Yeah, goalie, what do they need to do?
I mean, they got to shoot the lights out. They only shot 30% against Kane in their last matchup, and that's just not winning basketball by any means. If they could generate good looks, it's a winning success. Get players like Maddie Sierra back in the fold, Vitoria Palladino, Bree Smith, Renee Wells. If they shoot the ball well, they're going to win the game.
Yeah, Karp, what do they got to do?
Out-rebounding the opponent. Somehow, someway, after all the games I watched, they actually have a plus 0.3 rebound margin, and Rutgers-Camden has the second best margin in the NJAC. Ramapo has the 8th best margin, which is second to last in the NJAC, who are the last two opponents, and the Pioneers are 6th in margin. So, you know, not so much of a favorable matchup against Camden, favorable matchup against Ramapo. You have to get those rebounds. Patty Walsh has been pretty good at getting the rebounds, but other than Patty Walsh and Renee Wells on the court, Casey Slade has been okay getting it done, but you need to get some rebounds. You need to out-rebound your opponents.
Yeah, Jinx, round us out here.
Like Kyle said, their defense has been great this year, but last time against Camden, Camden out-rebounded them, and they let up big in the second quarter, allowing them to come back a little bit. They really just got to tighten up this time, and they'll have no problem beating them.
Yeah, that's going to do it for WP basketball. We are going to switch it over to the ice to talk the Four Nations face-off with Bailey and the NHL crew next on WP TV.